Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, here with Dan Walker, who is no longer an NHRA virgin.
That's right. That was absolutely unbelievable. I had such a great time, and there isn't much in racing anymore that gets me excited. I was excited for that, and it was everything and more than everybody told me it would be.
It's one of those events you can't explain, you have to experience, right?
Yeah, I was saying on the ride home, I know people are going to ask me about it, and I don't even know how to describe it. We were there obviously with a bunch of other people, and I think it was their first time as well, and we all had the same reaction. It's something you just have to see. There's no justifiable way to describe it that would do it justice, and then going home and watching it on TV doesn't do it justice either. So
yeah, it was
unbelievable.
It was a great time. We had a lot of people down in Camp Mainly Motorsports / White Mountain Motorsports Park, and David Avery brought his camper, put it in our spot, and and I try to explain to people the atmosphere from when you walk in, the buzz, the people, and there's a lot of first timers, and just a good time. And it was fortunate for us, we got to watch it and I described it would be like watching the Patriots at your tailgate.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, the way we were set up, we were 30 yards from the racetrack, and those things go zipping by. And honestly, God, they want to pull your chest right through the fence. It was a great time. I had such a good time, and the accessibility and the way the teams and the drivers are with fans is just something I've never seen before.
Yeah, and it's neat because, we go. Well, let's compare it. And I'm not, when I compare it, this isn't slighting NASCAR and saying, oh, NASCAR needs to do what the NHRA does, because we're talking apples and bananas, not even apples and oranges. Obviously the drivers at the NASCAR level have a much busier weekend. As it's a bigger corporate event. There's bigger sponsor commitments, and their hours of practice and time trialing and drivers meetings and all these things. You don't have that at the NHRA. So when they're getting prepared, obviously I know there's a little bit more that goes behind the scenes that we don't know. But we're talking they're going to go make a run, so they might be tied up for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Mm-hmm. So the relaxing part of the weekend and enjoyable part of the weekend for them is meeting the fans. And and that's one of the things you notice is how many selfies you see on Facebook and out there, or Instagram, and all those things. You don't see that from NASCAR, but it's a whole different animal. And you just got to be able to appreciate what NASCAR gives you for accessibility and the thrill that they give you. But you really get a chance to get into the game at the NHRA national events.
Yeah, I mean, I saw tons, almost every driver out at some point, and I hung around down in the John Force area a little bit. I wanted to maybe get a photo with him. I'm not much of an autograph seeker of photos, but I had got tired of waiting, so I left, and 2 seconds later, my son texted me a picture of them and the boys with John Force. So you have to hang in there a little bit sometimes, but man, it's crazy.
What was it, after he got knocked out of the first round?
He was everywhere.
We saw him in our porta potty right next to us.
The porta potty right next to camp, and then scooting down on the scooter when the girls won.
And we had a great time. I took the future son-in-law Brandon with me, and gave him a day away, and he was just, and he's that mechanic type, and he just loved it, and then after the semifinals, I said to him, listen, we're going to run over. As soon as the semifinals, we're going to run over and jump on one of this, be front row and watch the tear down rebuild. And we did that over at Courtney Force Camp with the Advanced Auto Parts, and just amazing to watch them take it apart and put it back together, and so fluent,
Well, everybody has a job, and they do it, and they don't move. One thing I noticed is they don't move from their spot. There's a couple people that have to move around. They stay right in their spot. They have the parts. They have their tools that they need. They get their job done, and it all comes together. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
it really is.
It was a great experience, and like you said, the autographs and they have the apparel trailers set up, and the accessibility, just next year the dates change. It's going to the first weekend in July. I think it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Be a little warmer, but I'll tell you, if you could fit it in. And the nice part about it, and this is what I try to explain to people, because a lot of people that in our world are short track race fans, and they travel to Beech Ridge or Oxford or follow the Pastor or go to Wiscasset or Speedway 95, or their Saturdays are booked. It don't matter. You can go Sunday, or you can see as much as you want to see any other day on Friday. You know, that's the nice part about it. Obviously, Sunday is when they're presenting the trophies to the winners and the champions and the big deal. But Friday, with the qualifying efforts and all that, you get the accessibility, you get the teardowns, the rebuilds, you get to see the drivers, and they're trying to make their runs and setting fast time and get into their qualified positions. So really, really an incredible event. I can't thank the staff at New England Dragway enough. Joe Lombardo, his entire staff, Wanda, Tony, Stephanie from Ad Results that we work with and help them promote the event, give us some tickets to give away to some of our viewers, and try to help drive people in there. I mean, they're just phenomenal to work with. You know, the drivers that we interviewed last week put on Facebook over the weekend to try to entice people and encourage people to go to that event. And you know, we just do our small part. But I know there was a ton of people down there that stopped me throughout the weekend talking about Mainely Motorsports, our new change to WPME, and really excited about things that are happening. And yeah, what a great way to kick off what I call summer was over there at New Hampshire with New England Dragway.
And getting into the track and getting out of the track, I'm sure everybody had a different experience, but I was highly impressed with how it flowed in. We hung around for, I'd say maybe a half an hour afterwards, that's all. And then we walked up to the car, which was pretty far away. We get to the car, and from the time we get into the car till the time we get onto the highway was 10 minutes. I mean, it just flowed so smooth, and that can't be easy to do with all those people, but they did a great job with that.
No, just an incredible weekend. So it's one of those deals. Next year, you'll hear us again. We'll be talking about it. We'll be promoting it. We'll be talking to some of the stars. We'll have Joe Lombardo on, but when we do, you need to say, yep, bucket list. We're checking it off this year. We're taking it in. I know Dan will be back. We'll be there.
Heck yeah.
Encourage everybody. So great weekend over there at New England Dragway, Epping. The weather cooperated. Hope it was a success for all parties involved. It was a success from my standpoint. So really enjoyable. And but there was a lot of short track racing that took place this weekend, and we got some highlights. And we're going to come back and talk about some of the different tracks in the area and some of the racing that took place at those tracks. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealership sells more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Winterport Dragway is celebrating 50 years of drag racing in 2017. We have our bracket racing on Sunday with 6 classes in action. The top divisions will make 4-second passes at over 150 miles an hour. Check out the Super Pros, the Pros, the Streets, Bikes, Sleds, Junior Dragsters, and Team divisions as they compete for championship points. Winterport Dragway has numerous special events throughout 2017. For more information on what's happening at Winterport Dragway, check them out on Facebook or go to winterportdragway.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Well, the Pro All-Star Series lost one of their Canadian races this weekend, and well, last weekend I should say, and luckily they canceled it early enough. Nobody traveled up, but they were also quick to announce a makeup because nothing worked with Speedway 660. So this Sunday, June 11th, Road to the 250. You know, provisionals available for the American side of things and the Canadian side of things. As Oxford will welcome the Pro All-Star Series in for a race, and 150 should be a good time over there, and chance for race fans to see something more than their normal racing.
Yeah, they should have a really strong car count. Talked with a couple people that haven't made an appearance yet this year with a super late model that are planning to go, and the Road to the 250 continues. Interesting, I guess, dates are so hard to come by. Everybody fills their schedule. Schedules are limited, and, when it didn't work out with 660, Oxford, you don't want to lose any races off your touring schedule, so it was a logical choice, and no question there'll be a strong field of cars there Sunday.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But this past weekend, the weekly program back in action, and it added to the car count as some of the guys want to use it as an extra tune-up for the 250 once the pass race from 660 was canceled, and the pass mods, I believe, were already on the schedule. And
right.
They'd had a couple of clean weeks of racing up there, but it always happens. It's one of those nights where everybody just wants to claw and thrash and bull and all of it. And last Saturday at Oxford was no different. But we got, thanks to Sean Barnaby, we got some highlights. And we're going to show some race action of the past mods, which I just love the division. I think it's one of those divisions that if you do some touring, you want to do a little bit of touring, and it's an affordable way to do touring, and and you can race some really good competitors, and past mods.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of options.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, like you said, you can tour, you can race an Oxford series. It gives you a lot of good options.
Yeah, so let's see if anybody was able to stop the Ben Tinker steamroll, as he has lost a race yet, I don't believe.
He's undefeated.
It's exciting. It's loud. It's about friends and family. It's NASCAR New England style. And if you haven't felt it, you can't understand it. Adult tickets start at just $30. Kids tickets are just $10. Get your tickets now.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and we had to delay it a couple of days. If you listened to last week's show, you heard us say that as you were watching that, we were probably having the Beechridge Champions get together, which Steve had to pay off finally at Texas Roadhouse, but he still got a little bit of the bet to pay off. But we had a great time at Texas Roadhouse with the 3 Beechridge champions and their wives and girlfriends.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. And
it's all girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, no wives.
Who gets married anymore, you know?
Yeah, just me.
yeah. So, no, but it was a great time, and, you know, appreciate, you know, the 2016 champions, Lewis Anderson, Frank Ware, and Curtis Gary, and anybody that watched our championship pick show know that Lewis and Frank, you've gone right back into the ring with. You're taking them right to the, you're going right to the end with them, and, you know, both of us kind of had Curtis down in the middle, top 5, but right now Curtis is top dog.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing he did last year. He got me last week. I looked up. I didn't see him the whole race. I looked up with 10 to go, and there he is. You know.
Yeah,
he's sneaky fast.
But I will tell you.
But it's already starting.
I heard it Saturday night.
Yeah.
Somebody that I picked 4th in the sports series come chase me down.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Wasn't happy.
Yeah.
That I picked her 4th, and we all know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I think I walked. I walked up to you when you were having that conversation.
I was getting the butt chewing. But I told her to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
And she had a fast car the other night, and I told her that if she goes and wins a championship, she still has to come to my champions dinner, whether who's buying, you or me. But I personally will take her and her team out because I faulted on my pick. So.
You didn't fault.
No. Well, I had her 4th, and she let me know.
What did I do? 2nd?
I did. I
think I did.
You didn't get a butt chewing.
No,
no,
not yet. Anyways.
No, not yet. But
if she wins the championship,
no.
I'm
but
sure
it was a great night. You know, some great racing. Mike Rowe just does what Mike Rowe does and picks up another win. You know, good to see that. And in the Wildcats, you know, that was a great run.
Adam,
geez, just fun to watch.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
I don't want to say wreckers or checkers, but you almost wonder every lap is headed to wreckers.
Early on, it looks like our, and I say our kryptonite, because the first year we missed Dave Farrington, last year we missed Curtis. This year we may have missed out on the Wildcat.
Yeah, Dave Cameron.
Dave Cameron's
he's pretty
fast.
quick right now, but Louis doing all he can to help you out.
Well, he's eliminating the competition one at a time.
Well, they're eliminating them because they're tackling him, but whatever. You know, it's still,
long way to go.
It's still early, but I'll tell you, you know, my highlight Saturday night was seeing Charlie Sanborn roll into victory lane, and you know, I've known Charlie and Chuck. You know, we helped them out, kart racing, and they helped us, and they're those people that'll do anything they can to help you, and it's nice to see it relayed back to them and people stepping up to help them and get to the racetrack now, and you know, and it was a great moment to be able to congratulate him in victory lane and watch his dad, you know, Chuck, you know, make his way from the pits, and that was a special moment. Those are the moments that you love to see.
Yeah, they had a lot of problems opening night, and even Saturday night, we're lining up the feature, and they come up to the tower, and got a brake issue. We'll be there, and so they facing gremlins even this week, but obviously they got everything put together, and it was a good win. Good to see Charlie get back in the saddle.
Good to see that, and some Dave Ceres guys helping out, and so good for them, and hopefully Dave will be back soon, and get his victory.
Yeah.
It's been close so many times. It's just and as you know, so that first one's so tough to get sometimes.
Of course it is. I mean, he's been at it for a long time, and he's got good equipment. He's got a fast car. Just circumstances always seem to pop up.
And then this Saturday night over to Beach Ridge is autograph night.
Already, week 3, yeah.
And we're halfway through June.
And typically week 3 is usually rather entertaining on the racetrack. For the last 5 years, week 3 has been when I guess everybody gets comfortable and falls into the tearing them up mode. We don't want to tear them up this year.
I know it. There's a lot to tear up. So yeah, there'll be a good night down to Beach Ridge. Is short track racing alive and well everywhere in the state. And Beach Ridge, Oxford, Wiscasset, Speedway 95, Unity back on schedule here at the end of the month. So. Lee, Star. I mean, I encourage all of our viewers to get out and support short track racing just like we do on a weekly basis.
And all of those racetracks are all like an hour drive from the greater Portland area, and we have so many options. We're very fortunate.
Very fortunate. So we're going to take a break. We come back, talk about a track that's not an hour away. It's a little bit further, but Dick Obie took the camera and headed off over the mountains to bring us some footage from, and I really appreciate that. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports. Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainly Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 feature divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations, and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Well, a track that was taken over a couple of years ago by the LeCaire family, and there's really, we talk about Wiscasset over this way, putting in some improvements and upgrades. They've done a tremendous job over there at Speedway 51. We traveled over there a couple of years ago, and Dick Obie had intentions of going to White Mountain, but when it rained out, he's like, I'll go as long as I can get there before I could, the races start. So he went to Speedway 51, and he talked about, how hospitable they were and how so welcoming and anything you need. And you know, the racers and the facility and the management, you know. So really love to bring as much action to the show and different tracks as we possibly can.
Yeah, they got a good thing going over there, and lots of improvements like you mentioned, and one of those racetracks on my bucket list I haven't made it to yet, so gotta get over there.
We get over there. So
Weather wasn't great from what I heard, but they got the show in.
They got the show in, and that's all that matters. So we got some highlights, and you know, congratulations to all the feature winners over there. And it's another area that we reach, Mainly Motorsports on WPME at Saturday mornings at 9. So you know, appreciate all the support over there in the Berlin area of New Hampshire. So enjoy the highlights from the 4 divisions in action over there at Speedway 51.
All right, let's bring the winner up here. They put it down there on your head, and what do you do?
I guess we got to try a little harder now. That was a little sketchy about lap 5. I don't know if I hit it with my hand or what, but my belt's come loose. I was trying to put my belt back together while I'm racing, but I just gave up. But I'm going to thank Elkins Networks, EC Energy, Elkins Fuel, K&L Lance, my wife and kids for letting me do this. Thank you all the time. Keep paying some. Hopefully they give us a pack. You know, like tonight's racing.
All right, congratulations, little Brendan Mooney. congratulations. Good race out there tonight. Hard charging track's a little bit there. That makes it a little bit tough.
And that's a flat front tire.
And you got a flat front tire, huh? When's Daddy gonna break down and buy you some new tires? Hey, Dad. You got any money left in your life here to kick these tires? Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank everyone that's helped me, everyone that's sons, my father, everyone else.
All right, your winner, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Alexis Carr. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. He graduated from the Daredevils, a two-time champion. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight, Casey Beatty. Casey, you got out front and said goodbye to everybody tonight.
Yeah.
You're not going to one-word me tonight, right?
No.
All right. Some people you want to thank on your first career street stock win?
DK and Sons, Twisted Fab, Alliance,
I'm coming. Whoa! No problem. Here you go.
Alliance, Consulting and Execution, Excavating, the Graphic Shop, Verizon Wireless Zone, C&M, Used Auto Parts, Covenant Carpentry, Creative Counters, Top Notch, Custom Glass, Easy Auto, St. J House Pizza.
Great job, Casey. Congratulations on your first win, my friend. Way to go. your winner tonight out of Barrie, Vermont. Bring it up here. The man on the wheel tonight, Chip Grenier. Chip, it's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been a while at Riverside. I ran Tigers here for years. I had a lot of fun here. Ran the late model here a couple times. Haven't had a lot of luck whether it was the ACT race or last race we had here, cut the tire. We had a pretty good car. We'd like to thank DK and Sons for sponsoring this event. All you fans for coming out. The NEMA tour, everybody in the beer hall over there. How you guys doing? And everybody in the pits, and my crew, my dad, Morris, who races the Corona, he helps me. It's nice. And my nephew Kyle Streeter also on the Tiger. Trying to get all those guys to get their cars here for the next round.
All right, thank you very much. Chip Grenier, your winner. Here, Cody Cody, boy, you had only 2 or 3 restarts. Jared had a handful there, but you certainly had to master being downstage.
Yeah, I was trying to save as much as I can when we were doing the long runs. He had a good run on one of the last ones. I thought he was going to get me, but it stuck, and we pulled off our first Nevis win.
Well, congratulations. You got to be happy. You got some people you want to thank, Cody?
Yeah, I just can't thank my whole HLR team enough. They're the best. Haywood and Leo and Jordan, they put so much work in this car. It shows how fast we are.
All right, your winner tonight, Cody LeBlanc, ladies and gentlemen.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealerships sell more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We
do! Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a worn key. Where would you bring it? At what cost? And for how long? At E-Keys for Cars, our experienced technicians will diagnose your problem and get you going quickly with a fixed price quote. Whenever and wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars comes to you with a new key or ignition repair. Just call E-Keys for Cars, the fast, affordable mobile solution to your vehicle key and lock needs.
They raise the bar, E-Keys for Cars.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and one of the new things that we're going to tackle this year, and I don't want to say tackle, but Cruising with the Rodfather. You know, new segment. We're going to do some cruise nights, and Les Sambo, and everybody knows who the Rodfather is we're going to go down, grab one of his cars, and just show up at some different cruise nights. Got a sign made so people will know what we are there. I got a trophy we're going to present to my favorite vehicle of the night. Might not be the best, might not be the prettiest, but it's just the one that I would love to own, and kind of Mainly Motorsports pick of the week for a cruise night.
Awesome.
And you know, just kind of do different things and try to bring more attention to what we are doing here at Mainly Motorsports.
So now I'm going to just envision this. You're going to be going to cruise nights, which there's a lot of them around, and they're pretty neat. So somewhere down the road, because you have nothing else going on, is there going to be a Mainly Motorsports cruise night somewhere?
Jeez, that'd be pretty
huh?
cool, huh?
Well, you know what's going to happen. I mean, you know, now that especially now that the seed's planted.
No,
and knowing Perry, you'll figure out a way to do it right down in the middle of Old Orchard Beach there in the square or something.
My own cruise night.
You know, Mainly Motorsports cruise. And nice attire tonight, by the way.
Oh.
What's that? Was it Astros? Is that a medical condition or?
They haven't had the best record in baseball. You know, I mean, like, when you honestly think about it, 2017, Cowboys 16-17 season. You know, we didn't seal the deal, but we had a very good season.
Yeah.
My hockey team, Edmonton, made it into the semifinal round or the quarterfinals or whatever we want to call it. And then my baseball team. So just need my basketball team, Denver Nuggets, to pick things up.
Well, the switch to Saturdays, you must not have the Mainly Motorsports dry cleaner on schedule yet. So
yeah, so I didn't have nothing to wear really. Truth be known, I took all my clothes out. I cleaned up. Well, I had it cleaned up.
Yeah.
So there's nothing left. So this is all I had. This is the T-shirt I was wearing today. So we'll support my baseball team today. So, but yeah, the cruise night thing's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to meet a lot of new people, and that's what I love about going and doing different things. Is the people we meet and hearing the comments from people about the show and how much they enjoy it, and just try to introduce new people to our product.
Be a nice new segment, and you get some good locations you can do those at. I think they have one right in Scarborough.
They have one in
at,
Scarborough, Biddeford. We're
place.
looking at out in Cumberland. We're down in Lebanon. So, you know, we're going to do every other week. We'll show up, and we'll have it on the following week's show called Cruising with the Rodfather. So look forward to meeting some new, hopefully, Mainly Motorsports fans. So we'll take a break. We'll talk about the Maine's fastest oval when we come back, and some of the racing we won over there this past weekend at Wiscasset.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Season Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs. Town Fair Tire, with 6 locations in Maine: Auburn, Augusta, Bangor, Biddeford, South Portland, and Topsom. Well, a big race coming up in July is the $10,000 to win Pro Stock Nationals over at Seekonk Speedway that Gary Sagar puts on. And one of the things that Gary does is he puts out national qualifiers. And this past weekend, there was a national qualifier at Wiscasset. And from the sounds of things and from the looks of the video, the racers must have thought that the Wiscasset race was paying $10,000. Because, man, did they tear up some stuff.
Yeah, I was doing some reading late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and sounds like more than one car got tore up. And you know, it's unfortunate, but you know,
happens everywhere.
It
you know
does.
The worst part about nights like that, everybody holds the track and the management and the officials and all that accountable.
Everybody except the people at the controls.
Yeah, but they forget that those people aren't turning any wheels. and they aren't pushing any brake pedals or not pushing any brake pedals, and they aren't pushing the gas pedal. You know, it's out of their control, and it's too bad that, you know, but everybody has those nights. But you know, we got some highlights, and you guys can, you know, all watch them and, you know, make your own assessment. Just one of those nights, but you know, there's a winner and he's happy, so that's all that matters at the end of the night. So you know, this next time they roll around, and you know, the Pro Stocks will probably go green to checkered.
I'm sure they will.
They didn't last week.
No.
But I wonder how Ken Minot did call in that race.
I'm sure.
I wonder if those are fun ones, or I'll have to ask him next time. You know, by the time you'll see this, we've already had the Bentley's All Era Car Show, but I'll have to ask him Wednesday night. Is they good races to call, or are those ones like, oh?
I don't know. They're not much fun to watch.
Yeah,
I don't know how they are to call.
Yeah. So enjoy the highlights from the Pro Stock National Qualifier at Wiscasset Speedway, and thank you once again to Brandon Simmons. You know, as he's up there every week, doing whatever we need and whatever the Wiscasset people need.
Hammer down, let's go racing.
So the 09 and the 96 will go to the rear of the field. This is how the start's supposed to look. Colby leads the charge from the Harlan jump on to bring out the caution. Phil Richardson, we were just saying there are not many clean cars left on this one. You got a little front end damage here on the number 05, and You had a fast car, picked your spots, but again, those guys dangling up front really did a lot of damage.
Yeah, they did. The car was better than me, I would guess. I had a pretty good idea it was going to get rough up towards the front that last restart. I was trying to save the right rear tire, but you know, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Sometimes those are the ones that are kind of special wins. I know you got a lot of good people on this car. You've had your own share of tough luck here at Wisconsin, but good to bring this one home with a win, especially with this much on the line.
Yeah, it is. I got to thank PGP Enterprises, Bangor Optical. I got to thank my mother, my father, Josh Dow, my father-in-law Dale, my mother-in-law. They're all here tonight. I especially got to thank she's my lucky charm, my wife. Every time she only comes once a year, and every time she shows up, I win. So.
All right, good job. And now I'll throw the question your way. I know you're kind of doing a schedule jumping around from place to place, a little tour racing, coming here when you can. Gary Sagar's right here. You got yourself a guaranteed starting spot in a $10,000 to win race next month. What do you think?
Take him up on his offer.
All right, good job. We like to hear that. So congratulations, folks. Give it up. Phil Richardson Jr., your race winner.
If nostalgia drag racing is something that excites you, you need to check out Gassa Guys Nostalgia Racing at Winterport Dragway in 2017. From the old school flags starting to the sleek looking machines of yesterday, the Gassa Guys Nostalgia Racing will be fun for all ages. Winterport Dragway has a nostalgia campout weekend once a month beginning in May running through October. Come see what racing was like 50 years ago. Go to winterportdragway.com for the 2017 schedule and other additional information.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
It's fast. It's exciting. It's loud. It's about friends and family. It's NASCAR New England style. And if you haven't felt it, you can't understand it. Adult tickets start at just $30. Kids tickets are just $10. Get your tickets now.
Well, before we wrap the show up, Dan, the next big event up here in the Northeast is Loudon, and that's coming right up.
That'll be here before you
it's
know
over
it.
a month away, and all the stars of NASCAR down there at, because it's be that much closer to the chase. And I haven't even really followed along much this year with the chase, and it's been nice to see the new different winners. And but in the end, it's guys like Jimmy Johnson just find a way to get it done.
Yeah, they do. Another win at Dover, and you mentioned getting a Loudon there. It's getting close. They had a tire test, what was it, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
So when they're in town testing tires, the event's probably about a month away. And
Yep. So still plenty of opportunities to get your tickets, family packs, and everything. And they're pushing hard. As they know that this is the last year of 2 dates. So they want both to be successful. And next year this will be the only date. So.
Yeah, and you only have 2 chances left to see him race.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
So.
Him. So get out and make your plans for Loudon and New Hampshire Motor Speedway coming up, and support those local short tracks and cruise nights and go-kart events and anything that's going on with short track racing, and from kids up to the not so kids, I call them.
Us.
So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Don't forget, if you're finding us, remember WPME 9 o'clock on Saturday mornings, or the CW on Sunday afternoons at noontime up in the Augusta Waterville North area. So plenty of opportunities to watch Mainly Motorsports and support us, support the tracks, the cars, the teams, and the sponsors and supporters that support us. So until next time, Dan Walker, Steve Perry, we'll see you next time right here on Mainly Motorsports.
And everybody says that you're moving again. I want to ride, baby.